So your turnover rate is pretty low, I guess.
Very low.
Very low. At least 10 years, right? Minimum. That's good. Okay, this is an interesting question. What are your sort of bundle question, but can you sort of discuss your strategies when it comes to product or sort of promotional strategies?
So to
like pricing or promotion, like how you figure that sort of stuff out.
Okay, so our pricing is, so our goal as a store is to sell good quality product at a fair price. Okay, and so, and promotional pricing?
So like promotional pricing, like when you do like little
sales?
Like, is there ever, like, if you do a 10% off, is it usually just because you want to get rid of the inventory, or do you carefully, are you looking at macroeconomics and figuring out the demand curve and supply curve, and if you raise the price a little bit, how's the demand going to react? Or is it just sort of like, if you need to clear out something, or if you're getting bored of that color fabric, you'll lower the price a bit?
Okay, so there used to be so many fabric stores, and there's not very many wholesalers, so you can pretty much, people that buy fabric will travel all over the Lower Mainland, so they price compare.
Yeah.
So everybody pretty much does the same markup
on
in fabric.
Okay.
And sewing machines, people tend to phone around to shop and compare.
Right.
So you just have to be equal, but as far as our promotions go, we tend to do sometimes we'll have clearance stuff.
Right.
Sometimes we'll buy a special deal that will sell at a really good price just so we have something as a draw, so like a last later, and then we'll put on stuff on sale to encourage people. So like quilters, we'll put all the quilting cottons on sale to encourage the quilters. Can that answer that?
Yeah, that's good. Do you find, like you said, there's not that many other fabric stores around Lower Mainland, but do you feel that there's competition when it comes to pricing sewing machines and stuff? Like, is it ever hard? Usually when you think of small business, you think that their prices are going to be a little more expensive just compared to like Zellers, which is big retail stores. So is there retail stores that sell the same stuff as you, or is it a problem for you, or no?
With the box stores,
yeah.
the big department stores?
Right.
Well, one thing we have, and our goal and why we've been in business so long is our goal is to offer the service and the after-service sales, and you can't get that from the big department stores. Like we give free unlimited lessons when you buy a sewing machine. We encourage people when they have a sewing project, if they get stuck, to come in, and we're happy to help them. Right. Whether they bought the fabric from us or not, just to know that we're encouraging.
So that is your competitive advantage.
Our competitive advantage.
Right. So very good customer service.
Yeah.
Right. That's really good.
But our prices are very compatible with comparable. Yeah.
That's good.
And you do get what you paid for. So if you go to Costco and buy a $100 machine.
Are there box stores that sell sewing machines? Okay. How about franchising your business? Have you ever considered it?
It's too much of a gut business. It's too much revolved around me. And so if you had you'd have to have a plan and a marketing and a strategy. Right?
Not anytime soon, right?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about your employees a bit. How important is training for your employees?
Very, very important.
Very important.
But you have to pick the right employee first before.
Okay, then what are you looking for in your employees when you pick them?
Someone that has good social skills, so can talk to people and isn't shy, or someone that's not overbearing and not loyal. Someone that's more of a good listener and then can answer and explain.
Right.
Someone that is forward but not pushy, because we don't like to be a pushy store, because we don't want to be a pushy store, but we have to sell too. So we have a fine line there. And someone that has some common sense and can self-motivated.
Right. Do you ever have problems with an employee named Linda bossing the other? No, I said, how do you feel that your employees interact with one another? Do you ever have any conflict?
We have a very small store, only 1,000 square feet with no back room.
Right.
The only place of escape is the washroom. And my employees do not leave the store for lunch or coffee. So I pay them for the full 8.5 hours, and then they have lunch and they have...
They're never allowed to leave.
They're allowed to leave, but they don't leave because in retail, even though the rules are they're only allowed to work 8 hours, and then supposed to pay them the extra half hour as bonus or some other pay.
Yeah.
When they're hired, they're told you can sit down and eat, but when retail, if 12 people come in and there's 2, you can't just sit there. You can't have a break. You have to go. Yeah. Right. So in answer to your question, it can be very stressful, especially in the winter when the doors are all closed and the heater's on, and we have our days. Yes, employees are the most challenging.
Okay. What would be a few important suggestions you would give to anyone any entrepreneur who's going to either start their own business or buy their own business?
So in hindsight, probably, one, location. I happened to live in Crescent Beach at the time, so White Rock seemed like a good place, but I actually only have 3 sides. We're on a peninsula. One of my sides is all water, so no people are coming from the water to get to me, so I only have left myself open to 3 sides. One being the American border, pretty much, which kind of, so I only have like a large half or 2/3 of focus, but then how we're situated, I've kind of got myself trapped. So for my retail business, I would have to say it's probably not the world's best location. Secondly, I have no parking. Key factor is parking for my people.
Parking.
Yeah.
So
location's very important.
Okay.
Location.
Okay. What do you think the most crucial things you have done to grow your business are?
Well, some of the promotions we did years ago with the PNE, they used to have sales, they used to have flying machines set up, and that really got our name out there to everybody. And also, we went into the schools, into the textile, the home ec teachers, and going to sewing shows years ago. That really got our name outside of the White Rock area.
Right. Do you know where most of your customers are from?
Well, White Rock for the little stuff, but we get them from Langley and Ladner and Delta.
They come all the way from there? That's pretty good. It's like driving all the way from Ladner to White Rock, right?
Yeah, and that's because of our service.
Good too.
Our friendly, helpful, knowledgeable service.
We'll add that. Have you noticed any really effective marketing techniques or tactics? Like such as if you put it on the blue table, everything's going to get sold, or have you noticed anything sort of that stands out?
Like that?
Yeah. Or not really?
Well, some ad-wise, public notice ads always work well.
So such as newspaper ads?